Douglas, Douglas, apple tree. Have a wife, now let her be. Give me what you got. I'm gonna make you what you're not.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Look at this. Look at this. That is a dog made entirely out of crayons. I don't need that. I'm part of the problem now. That's my gold toilet. I had no plans to make it in America. This was not on my agenda. And then what happened, though, is I wrote a show called Nanette, right? Well then, that's clear, isn't it? That's why you're here. You're not here because of my back catalogue of prior, are you? Which does beg the question, if you're here because of Nanette, why? Like, don't get me wrong, it's a good show, solid bit of work. I'm quite fond, but it was a particular show of a very particular flavour. And if that is what is bought, what the fuck are you expecting from this show? Because I'm sorry, if it's more trauma, I'm fresh out. Had I known just how wildly popular trauma was going to be in the context of comedy, I might have budgeted my shit a bit better. Honestly, I could have built quite the career out of it, at least a trilogy, but I went and put all my trauma eggs into one basket like a fucking idiot, and now here we are. You want more? Just out of curiosity, by round of applause, who has not seen Nanette? Even less of an idea why the fuck you're here. I mean, welcome. Good on you. Taking a punt. And don't worry, it's fine. This show does not depend on you having seen Nanette. I'm not that kind of confident, but we'll see what happens. But other than trauma, you know, I have no way of telling what people are expecting from this show. Right? But what I've decided is possible is for me to just tell you. And that's what's going to happen. That's how I'm going to meet your expectations, by adjusting them for you now. So they are exactly what you're going to get. And then I'll meet them and you go, she's very good. And yes, I am, but I cheat. So that's what's going to happen before the show even begins, right? I'm going to give you a very detailed, blow-by-blow description of exactly how the show is going to unfold. Now, this setting of expectations does go on a bit. I've had to cut the actual show in order to fit it in. But I believe it's worth it, you know? Like, to be able to meet your expectations, it's my job. And let's face it, this is my difficult second album that is also my 10th and some people's first. You know, so there's a lot of pressure. So let's set your expectations. When the show begins, when the show actually begins, this is not it. Don't panic. When it begins, I'm going to kick things off with a bit of observational comedy, right? A bit of, you know, have you ever noticed what's up with that? That's shit. That's what I'm starting with. And look, it's not very good. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you because I'm not very observant. Typically speaking, vague as fuck, right? Now, fair warning, my observations will be about Americans, which is broadly speaking you lot, right? So, and sorry, but making fun of Americans is still technically punching up, although that window is closing. It is. And so I'm just making hay, you know, because I can't speak Russian, so I've really got to get it in while I can. I don't know. I should just also warn you, during the bit where I make fun of Americans, your feelings will smart because I will be making fun of you there. I just need you to expect that, right? I will be taking the absolute piss, as we say back home, not that you care. And so you'll be sitting there just going, oh, and fair enough, I don't want to deny your feelings. Have them, please. Let them run through you. Definitely. But what I would suggest strongly is that you do not invest in those feelings. Don't let them get a grip on you, because what this show is, if anything, is a romantic comedy. So it's just to that end important that we get off to a shaky start. So that's all. So just don't invest. Feel, but don't invest. Just go with me. Trust me. Don't trust me. Don't trust that person. Anyways, that bit, right? So that's how it's going to start. Bit of observational comedy. Then what I'm going to do is I am going to tell you a story about a curious incident that took place in the dog park in the daytime. Oh, now... It's a fun story. It's a fun story, and throughout that story, I will touch on, with consent, most of the major themes of the show. So watch out for those. And it will also include a fair dose and what I call a gentle and very good-natured needling of the patriarchy. So that is in there. So it's very important. It's very important that you expect that, because it is there. And if that's not your thing, leave. I've given you plenty of warning. Just go. Off your pop man flakes. Out you go. Go on with you. Now, after that story, I'm going to tell another story. What? Look at me go. I know. Classic. The second story is about a misdiagnosis I received, and I'm going to blame that misdiagnosis squarely on misogyny, because it's true. Now, after that, that's just the needle. If that hurts, get out while you can still walk. Now... At the end of that story, I'm going to do a little bit of what I call hate baiting. It's where I bait my haters. It's a very complex idea. Now, the way that I'll do that is I will just say a thing. And I will make no fucking effort to make it funny. I'll just say it and leave it there. I don't care. Now, I would strongly recommend that you do not take the bait. Do not take the bait. It's not for you. It's bad for you. You'll be all frothy McFrothface. Like, just leave it there. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move into the joke section, which is jokes, right? That's why I call it the joke section. It's just joke after joke. It's classic. Now, if in that bit you find yourself offended by anything I say in the joke section, please just remember they are just jokes. Even if you find yourself surrounded by people who are laughing at something you find objectionable, just remember the golden rule of comedy, which is, if you're in a minority, you do not matter. You don't. And don't blame me. I didn't write the rules of comedy. Men did. Blame them. I do. It's cathartic. Now, there we are. Joke section works to really ramp the show up in tone, in pace, and also my needling of the patriarchy. By that stage, the needle will have become a jousting stick. Yep. And then with said jousting stick, I'm going to set about tearing my haters a new asshole. Yep. Quick as you like. Brand spanking new. And the way that I'll do that is by doing exactly what my haters accuse me of doing, which is lecturing you. So in the middle of the show, I'm giving you a big old lecture. The twist, it's funny. It's fucking funny, right? Which is exactly what my haters accuse me of not being. So that's going to send them on a bit of a loop, may kill them, fingers crossed. Now, at this stage, you're probably wondering, and rightly so, why would I focus on my haters? Why would I do that? That is self-indulgent, yes. And yes, I have read all of Taylor Swift's work. I am aware of the great sage of our age. I do understand that haters are just going to hate. Hate. And she's not wrong, they are repetitive. So why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I follow her lead and just shake it off? Why wouldn't I do that? Just shake. It's one reason. That is one reason. The other reason is because I'm not convinced our friend Tay-Tay has been a victim of an actual hate crime. And I have. So naturally, the way that we deal with online hate is going to differ. Personally, I like to snack on it. Oh, yep, nom nom nom. This body doesn't just happen. I am a real hate patootie. Now, after I've dealt with my haters there, sent them on their little fugue spiral, what I will then is change gears dramatically in the show, and I will do that by telling you that I have autism. And I'm going to tell you in such a way that it's going to sound like a big reveal. But it really shouldn't come as a surprise. I've just told you. And also because everything in the show up until that point works as a big sequence of red flags that I have autism. Honestly, I have Hansel and Gretel the fuck out of it. It is all there. But because I've spoilt my own surprise there, in order to make it a big reveal again, I have to rely on staging and lighting tricks, right? To bring it in so you go, oh, it's a big reveal. So the lights are going to come in, I'm going to sit on this stool here, and it's going to be right now, and it's not going to work because you're not fucking idiots. And then after that bit, I'm going to do a tiny bit of gear about the anti-vax movement. Listen to yourselves. Listen to yourselves. You're not unusual. Right? I've toured this show around the world, and I can report that no audience anywhere has known how to collectively respond to just the mention of the anti-vax movement. Pretty much you just say anti-vax and people are like, ha, no! So that's going to be fun. Now, my anti-vax material is different in tone to the rest of the show. At the end of it, you'll pretty much sit there and go, ooh, well, she just needed to get that off her chest. And it's true, I do, and I will. But here's the thing, I've never met a joke that I haven't wanted to call back. I've never met a joke. G'day. I've never met a joke. That's a pun. Catch up. Right? Now, this is a very pun-heavy show. You need to expect a lot of puns. And you also need to expect one Louis C.K. joke. Listen to that. He is like the anti-vax of comedy, isn't he? Now, I only have one joke. That wasn't it, by the way. The show hasn't started. We're still in the prelude. The one joke, it's very good. I only need one. It was a good joke. It was a day off. Pens down, have a biscuit the day I wrote that joke. Fucking good joke. I'm so solid on Louis C.K. joke. It's a mic drop moment. And I will drop the mic. Doesn't matter how you respond, I will drop the mic. Except I won't drop the mic because you don't know this yet, but you do. I have autism, and I find loud noises quite distressing. So what I'll do instead is I'll just place the fucker directly on the ground there. I'll just pop it down there. Now, that will take away from the theatrics of the moment, absolutely, but let's not be ableist about this. The interesting thing about the Louis C.K. joke is that it happens very late in the show. So late you will have forgotten that I told you to expect a Louis C.K. joke, which means I've just added an extra layer of mirth to your laugh cake. Yep, because when you laugh at it, and you will, it's very good, as you're laughing at it, you will remember that I told you to expect a Louis C.K. joke and realise you'd forgotten. Which means you'll laugh like this. Oh! Which means I've just added a third layer. Because when you realise, you'll go, that's exactly what she said. So you'll laugh, oh, hey! It's once, twice, three times. A lady can do that, you see. Hey? Oh. In the right hands, of course. In the right hands. And you only need hands. Oh, who knew? Most women. Now, after the anti-vax material, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and let you in on my experience of autism. And I'll do that by telling a story about my relationship to a penguin that may or may not be inside a box. I can't promise you it'll make more sense then either. And then I'll finish the show out with another lecture. What? Another lecture? Who knew? I did, now you do. That is what is going on here. Now, I will admit, the last part of the show there, I will be much more likeable than I am in the beginning. Borderline adorable. Now, you're probably wondering, why wouldn't I start with my best foot forward? Adorable guns are blazing. Why wouldn't I do that? Why would I start off being a bit unlikable? Because this is a show about autism. And people with autism rarely make a good first impression. And most people tend to write us off because of that. So this is a show that rewards people who persevere, who go beyond their discomfort just to see what's on the other side of the spectrum. For those people, this show does work like a romantic comedy. Theoretically, because theories are sexy. Now, that's it. That's the show. That's everything you can expect. Expectations have been set, so the show starts